Hey everyone, this is a subscriber update. This is reports coming from you guys from around the world. A bunch of reports, in this case 15, from different places, eyewitness reports of what they're seeing. Please do keep your reports coming in. Just post one in the comment down below what you've seen and a location tagged onto that. And you may appear in the next one. Cindy T. from the Oregon coast says, Fred Meyer's Safeway showing several gaps with no product to push forward. Lunch meats, cheese, all varieties, Pillsbury biscuits and dough, cream cheese, creamers, all depleted. Tortillas, depleted. Crackers, chips, candy, gum, 90% depleted. Meat was available but low stock and outrageous prices. I paid $13 a pound for 1 pound of beef stew meat. Quality of produce has declined. What is most concerning is milk and eggs were 90% depleted. There are staples we need to purchase weekly, especially families with children. My daughter has 3 children, and she goes through a gallon a day. Frozen items were depleted. Tuna and other canned meats depleted. This is the worst since the outbreak. Angie S. says, as an Aussie working in transport, I can confirm the urea AdBlue shortage. So coming from Australia, right? That's the DEF that we call it in the United States. It has been a problem since October last year. So much for being a critical worker, doing everything I can not to get sick and to stay at work. At this rate, I will be out of the job. As I, like most in transport, have some of the weakest job security in the country. The government had more than enough time. They just didn't do anything about it. Speaking of the DEF/AdBlue crisis in Australia, which continues to develop. Lee D. says Kroger in Atlanta, Georgia, the Brookhaven Kroger. Harder to find in most other stores here and more expensive than Kroger's. I can find most foods, but now I have to go to 3 different stores to complete my grocery list. Not always the exact brands I want, though. Jitsak S. from Bangkok, Thailand says, food prices are rising noticeably. Vegetable prices are dropping because the new railway from China has arrived to Laos, and we're close in Thailand. I think the Chinese vegetable transport is being cheaper by that route, and that's the only reason for that. Wandering Alabama says, can confirm, same in Alabama. Walmart's empty, no freight, and shelves are empty. JT says, new subscriber here. I live in the Cocoa Beach, Florida area, and the pasta and spaghetti sauce aisle was hit hard here, too. Hug for your belly says, South Central Texas. I went to our local grocery store, H-E-B, today. The last few months, it hasn't been bad at all, and they looked very well stocked. Previously, right? However, today, it was a completely different story. The pasta is almost completely wiped out. The pasta sauce is almost gone. And there are even signs saying that the potato products, such as dried potatoes and instant potatoes and frozen potatoes, are out of stock for the time being. Those kinds of signs are all over the place now. It wasn't like this a few weeks ago. Darlene M. says, went to get my prescription that was on order. Said it would be a day or 2. Day 3 told not in, and there's a shortage on it. They did get some in finally, but this is scary. I'm disabled, chronically ill, and need this medicine daily to not end up in the ER. There's no way for me to get extra, and I'm given just what I need. I'm in Irvine, California, so now I am stressing. This prescription is only half what I normally pick up as well. Michelle M. says, I live in southeast Michigan. I went to both Kroger and Aldi today. Aldi, for the last few weeks, has been looking sparse. Plenty of ramen noodles, but no mac and cheese. The dairy case is slim pickings. Meat still seems to be okay, as well as canned goods. Other than sparse canned fruits. On the other hand, Kroger, for the first time in months, were stocking today and seem to have good quantities of canned foods, frozen foods, dairy, and meats. Surprised the heck out of me. Score one for Kroger. KD Glow says, rural Central Missouri, it says, just got back from our local small town grocery store. Fruits and veg are low in stock, and what's there isn't worth buying. I saw numerous bags of moldy and rotting oranges. Peppers are way past prime, only 3 packages of brownish celery. Head lettuces low in stock and no bagged veg of any kind. They did have a small selection of really nice cabbage. The following were low in stock, all dairy products. They did have cream cheese, juices, crackers, canned meats, pasta, which they're trying to disguise as with a lot of bags of macaroni. Apparently, they somehow got a surplus of that. Fresh meats, lunch meats, pet foods, cookies, bread, no sandwich bread in sight, toilet paper, rice, dry beans, bagged candy of all sorts, and some of the other cereals. These items were unavailable. Paper plates, napkins, disposable aluminum baking pans, numerous cleaning products, cider vinegar, children's juice boxes, several kinds of canned fruit. And that's an important warning for everyone. When we start seeing these smaller grocers that don't have contracts, they're used to just buying what they can on the open market. They're the first ones usually to miss out on things that the distributors and suppliers are having trouble getting. So those are things that we see in short supply on the main store shelves, but those are probably going to be the first things to disappear from smaller stores and then also the larger stores as this develops. Ash, in northern part of Dallas-Fort Worth area, Texas, wife said bare shelves and very low stock of produce, meat, dairy, pasta, beans, and other canned goods, bottles of juices as well, etc. Red Dirt Girl says, Northeast Oklahoma, 0 pasta. Liberty Lady, Thumb of Michigan, you know where you are. Our small town independent grocery store doesn't look that bad, but in talking to the manager, he said he gets about 50% of his orders. I went an hour south towards Metro Detroit to a Meijer. No ramen, no cream cheese, very little frozen fish or potatoes, holes in the milk, very little fresh chicken. Notice the fresh produce section was spread out and lots of open floor space. Stephanie E. says, hello from Central Arkansas. Stores are bare. No bacon, no lettuce. Usually can't find tomatoes. No crackers. Pasta is almost out of existence. Empty shelves are getting worse. However, toilet paper is plentiful. Yes, but can you eat toilet paper? Now there is some food, so it's not plumb empty, but it is so short on products, it's crazy, and the cost of things is just so extreme. Thank you, Stephanie. Nicole L. says, update from South Central Illinois. Our local Walmart had almost no chicken, lunch meat, bread, low on beef and pork, canned goods, hit and miss, snacks and cookies, hit and miss. Canned goods were okay, but missing some different things. Fresh fruit and veggies were stocked, but varieties were limited. Chips, snacks, sodas, juice, frozen foods were all good. Dairy and eggs have been good for the last few weeks, other than prices being much higher. There is 30-cent difference in milk between Walmart and another store here. Walmart is higher. Baby food and formula is also well picked over. So we are hearing those shortages out there escalating. Please do keep your reports coming, and I will see you later. Steve Poplar out.